Good morning and welcome to Ciao Bella Leadership. Heather here, and I'm working from my downtown Kansas City apartment, another recording space for you. It's not quite ready and exactly how I want it yet, but you know, it's a space that I can I can use. I'm still deciding if I want to keep these lovely signs behind me, or I think I'm going to be hanging a smart board there. So I haven't secured the cord or anything like that, but no worries. That's because I think that I'm about to change the sign. Anyways, I thought I would do my recording from here and talk a little bit about tarot and my beliefs of tarot and how I like to use them. I do offer tarot readings for other people. However, that is not the primary way I like to use tarot because, let me move my breakfast out of the way. I'll finish this in a little bit. I don't know why I started that right before I started the recording, but either way, no worries. So tarot, how do I explain it? So tarot is a tool that helps us read the energy, what's unseen, and the beautiful pictures from the artists. They help us to read what our soul is wanting or hoping for or worried about, and it just helps the story come to life. And if you don't know how to read the language of tarot, someone else can read the cards for you. And if you're not expressing to them what's coming up as they're reading, then your guidance can be a little bit misguided, so it's important that it's a two-way street anytime you're working with a tarot reader. And I like to describe it similar to when you go to a doctor and you want the doctor to diagnose your physical body, right? You're going to tell them about the sore throat that you've been having, and you're also going to tell them about your heart that's been racing for 3 weeks, or whatever issues that you have, because if you don't, they may not diagnose you properly, right? They need to know about the things that have been happening to your physical body so that they can diagnose it. Same thing with an energy master. We, unlike a doctor who's diagnosing your physical body, an energy master is talking about your energetic presence, your vibrational pattern, your spiritual body. Okay, that's your energy, your spirit, your spiritual body. And so if things are coming up for you, you need to have a dialogue with the person reading the cards for you in order to get what you need out of it. Or what I recommend is that you learn the language of tarot. If you're really in a space, I believe people seek out tarot when they're yearning for answers in their life of some sort, whether it's answers in love, answers in career, answers in health, it doesn't matter. You're seeking to know something beyond what you know now. You're feeling stuck or unsure of something, or perhaps just open to the idea of something different. And hi, Tux. And if you can help pull those things from your soul, what your soul is really wanting, if you can help identify that, it's a beautiful thing. So learning to read tarot on your own brings to light the things that your soul is urging you to do, your true north, as I like to call it. So that's how I use tarot. I prefer to teach others how to read the energy that's coming out. And you don't need cards to do it. I like cards because I like art, and so the pictures are really fun for me. However, this morning, one of my signs and synchronicities came through a dime that was on the floor. Okay, so I picked up this dime. It was heads up, and dimes are tens. Tens have been very prevalent in my life right now. So I know this is a sign for me, and also I don't spend a lot of cash. I don't carry a lot of cash, so where this dime even came from, I'm not sure. But it's a sign for me. If you haven't watched my immersive tarot video that I created when I was walking around the streets of Paris, I encourage you to check it out, because you'll see what I mean by once you begin to master energy and receive signs from your higher self and your soul's urging, you can see those signs all over. You can see them in your breakfast food. You can see them in signs and synchronicities of things you find laying on the ground. You can see your story unfold through cards. It doesn't really matter. It's just recognizing the direction you're meant to be heading and doing that, right? So that's what I love about tarot. However, tarot is just a tool for energy mastery, spiritual energy mastery. So when I say energy and spirit, they're the same thing. Okay, so our spirit is our presence, our energetic presence. When we're angry, our spirit is one way. When we're happy, our spirit is a different way, right? So our energetic presence is our spiritual presence. It's telling us things all the time, trying to guide and steer our life if we'll just listen to it. It's our internal navigation system that our body has to operate. It's, here, let me grab my little prop. I about tripped on my rug. It's like the Ferrari version of our being. So I talk about how, here, let me move my keyboard and mouse out of the way. So I talk about how when you hop in a really nice car, for example, and you could just put that car in drive and drive down the street, right? But let's say it has all these self-driving capabilities, and it can parallel park by itself, and it can do all these little things. If we learn about its power, it can be a much more joyful ride, right? Similar with our bodies. Our bodies have unbelievable power. The amount of power in one of our cells, and we have trillions of them, is outstanding. I mean, we are very intelligent beings, and we, I think, sometimes still walk around like we're cavemen and we're just these meat suits. We really are very powerful. Our cells are constantly emitting frequencies of what we need and want in our life that create circumstances both good and bad. And when we're experiencing bad circumstances over and over and over and high stress and anxiety, it is our body telling us we need to move a different direction. Just like an instrument panel in a car telling us that we're overheating, or we need more oil, or whatever, right? Our emotions, our spirit is trying to tell us, pivot, pivot, pivot. emotions and spirit and energy, our body's like, yes, you're going in the right direction. This is good. This is good. So we need to listen to our body and the clues that it's giving us so that we can live a more pleasant and joyous life. And understand that everything isn't always perfect, right? We do the best that we can with the circumstances that we have in front of us and the awareness that we have in front of us. And and we trust those people around us that love us, that have really good intentions. Oftentimes, sometimes they don't. And we need to remember that we are the only person that has walked our path, our very distinct set of circumstances and experiences in life that mold us and need us to take certain paths. Now, our friends and family and the people that we love and we respect, that we're getting advice from, that are well-intentioned, they've walked different paths. They can't possibly know what your soul is urging and fighting for. So it's important that, yes, we are open to hearing from those that we love, but ultimately, we are following what our inner pull is. And if you're getting pulled for an enlightenment journey, explore it. It's a beautiful journey. I wasn't expecting enlightenment when it came for me. I was party city numbing. I was not expecting enlightenment. I was not expecting God to come in my life. I was at a point where I didn't think I believed in God. Well, everything flipped itself on its head. I'm so glad that I listened to my instinct. It had reached a scream, but by the time I started listening, and it was, I didn't know. I did not know where the journey was going to take me. I know I felt really insane for a while. I didn't know which way was up, which way was down. I knew which way was up and which way was down, but I guess what I mean more than anything is that I didn't believe in God, and then suddenly I'm seeing all these signs and synchronicities around me and feeling like I'm having conversations with people who had passed on, and I didn't know what to think of that. I really didn't. I was nervous and scared, and I knew I sounded crazy because I sounded crazy to myself. And so, yeah, it was an interesting journey. When I encounter people now that are kind of tiptoeing on that journey, and do they explore it? Tarot, for example, is just one of the things that kind of came to me in this enlightenment journey. I understand that it is a mental battle for a little while, because it goes against maybe what you believed in the past or what you thought you believed, and then suddenly it's like, okay, wait a minute. So I share this story with people that I see that same hesitation. I watched a video once a long time ago about if you don't believe in the signs and synchronicities that are surfacing and showing themselves around you, ask for a very specific sign, something that you'll know is directly for you. And on the video that I watched, it said ask for a purple giraffe. And so I thought, well, I'm not going to ask for a purple giraffe because, well, that's what they asked for, so I'm going to pick something different. So I said, okay, if this is all real, show me a purple elephant. I thought, what are the chances I'm going to see a purple elephant, right? And the next day I went shopping. I had some shopping to do, and I don't know if you've ever been to the store TJ Maxx. It's one of my favorites. It's like finding diamond in the rough type store. You know, sometimes they have amazing things. Sometimes you don't find a lot. It just depends on the day. And I like it. So I went in that store, and from the second I walked in the door, there were elephants everywhere, every color, but I wasn't seeing purple. I wasn't seeing purple anywhere. And so I thought, well, okay. But before I left the store, I decided I was going to go down the kids aisle, and there had to be a purple elephant, right? And there was. Yet my spirit wouldn't let me accept it, because I thought to myself, yeah, but you wouldn't have went down the kids aisle if you weren't looking for your sign, right? So I walked out of the store just like, and I kind of forgot about it. I just forgot about the sign. I thought, I'm not going to think about that right now. And I had to go to another store. I had a picture that I was looking to get reframed. The picture that you've seen hanging above my bed. I was thinking about doing a different frame around the outside of it. And I had taken it into a store to see about a little bit more modern frame rather than the ornate. No, I don't know. I love the ornate frame though. So anyways, I went back there. I was carrying this big picture, and they didn't have the frame that I was hoping or wanting. And so I was leaving the store, and on my way out of the store, on an end cap was, oh, let me grab it. On an end cap right before I get out of the store as a purple elephant. Today's your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. I knew the sign was for me because it came when I wasn't hunting for it. I wasn't thinking about it anymore, and it was right in front of me. Like, I could not miss it. And the saying was perfect. The saying was perfect. And in fact, I, as a graduation gift, I oftentimes give a Dr. Seuss book and then write words of wisdom and advice in the Dr. Seuss book for kids that graduate high school or college. So it's kind of funny that it was a Dr. Seuss saying that came to me. But anyways, that was my sign that yes, there's definitely a presence here of those that have passed on, and they are here trying to help and guide us. I asked for signs a few more times after that, still testing and feeling and making sure that what I was experiencing was real. And each time I got beautiful signs to illuminate and show me that I was on the right track and I was heading in the right direction. And it's been a beautiful journey, and it's taken me from a place of inner turmoil and sadness and anger and all sorts of things to this joy and youth that, I'm 46, but I feel so young. I feel, when I started this journey, I was thinking about retirement and I was feeling old, and now I feel like I have half my life ahead of me still or more, right? My grandparents, when I think of the women in my family, they've lived to be in their close to 90s and into 100s. So I feel like I have a long time. I didn't need to be thinking about retirement yet. So I feel like by following the enlightenment journey that presented itself to me, I have regained my life back and my passion for wanting to live and experience things. Tux, you're getting such a beautiful view right now. Look at that. And my cat, he's already wearing his tuxedo to celebrate whatever fun comes our way. You're precious, aren't you? Okay, so let's see. How do I want to do this? I'll grab just a couple of cards and read them and tell you a little bit about how my spirit takes them. How's that? I'm looking at my hair, realizing this is why I wear a hat in the morning, because I haven't done my hair yet. So a consciousness of lack. Yeah. Okay, so what I'm really getting from this card, let me hold it closer. You can see inside the heart, there's this picture, and it's like world travel. And I can see that for me, when I was feeling a gap in my life in terms of love and what I was wanting. I went seeking it and kind of finding love from Mother Earth and all the beauty around the world that other humans have created in architecture and art and theater. I mean, I just soaked in the love all around the world. I believe now that artistic expression, I'm looking up under my hat, so let me try to fix that. There we go. I believe now a lot of artistic expression comes from when we're in lack over something. And it's almost like it puts us on simmer, our creativity, and the simmering pain eventually flowers into some beautiful artistic expression, which creates new beginnings for us. That's a lot of cards, but I'll go ahead and take it. Yeah, and you become conscious and recognize your power. So in this one, it's a consciousness of lack. So you're out seeking, right? You're searching for you and what fits and what feels right. And then you find these new beginnings hidden within that, and which hold your present power. And for a little while, you might teeter-totter back and forth between your old life and your new, and what seems to fit. You know that travel is one of your true loves. And certainly a motivation for your family, and reason for wanting an increase and a kindred partnership is wanting to be able to have travel and exploration as part of your family's existence. I believe the culture around the world is rich with wisdom and gifts that are invaluable. I mean, they are, you gain a different awareness and understanding of life through travel, I believe. It'll cause a person to transform. We see things done in different ways all over the world, and suddenly it becomes, oh, well, we find out of all of those things what works for us and what's our power and how we're meant to walk around this planet and discover our diamond. He's actually holding a diamond. And then this is the angel of 4 directions. And I love this because this is a perfect way to end this reading out. So I have been doing hula hoop meditation and energy Reiki healing. And what I do is, while I am hula hooping, I am spinning and praying to all the 4 directions and all the elements. I'm praying to the sun and the wind and the earth and the water. And it's so beautiful and freeing. And it feels surreal. I was telling someone the other day, this might sound silly to some, and that's okay. I've gotten used to it. But it sounds a little silly. One of the things that I've prayed for is a man that'll take me flying. And so God took me flying. It was so odd when I just started hula hooping not long ago. It was the surrender that I felt in hula hooping, that I don't just spin the hula hoop around my waist, but I also spin myself while I hula hoop. And it feels like flying. I feel like I'm soaring in the sky. and it's magical. It's truly, truly magical. So we may be praying for one thing, and it comes to us in a different package than we thought it was going to come in. And maybe still I will have the package come to me in the form of a man down the road, and God is appeasing me with this form right now. I'm not sure, but it gives me, and I should say, it gives me joy and in the moment. So it's alleviating that pressure and the pain that comes from always yearning and waiting for something. Finding a way to experience the joy that you're wanting to feel. I don't know about all of you, but there's something magical about flying, being up in the clouds, and the sky is it's just magical and beautiful to me, and I love to look at it. That's why I love all these windows in my apartment. And when I'm outside hula hooping and meditating, I can get lost in the sky as I do it. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful experience. You should try it sometime if you haven't. Okay. That is all I have for today. I didn't have anything formal to talk about, just loosely wanted to discuss tarot and what it is for me. It's a way for us to see what our soul is urging and what our soul is worried about, what our soul is excited about, what our soul is needing, and to help us move through that pattern. So a couple things to consider and be cautionate about when seeking tarot readings from other people. And I'm saying this because I have experienced it myself. And that is, remember that you are in control of your reality. So when something comes out in the cards that you don't like, you need to ask yourself, well, what is it telling me? What can I do about this? And is what that person told me accurate? And even if it's not accurate, what is my worry about it being accurate or not telling me, right? So don't get too caught up in the actual cards and what they have said, what the other person has said to you if you're not reading for yourself, okay? Rather, get comfortable with what you're feeling about what's being said and what that's telling you. That's really, truly where the medicine is. It's in your intuitive hit, in your intuitive guidance, in what you know to be true. So I say we are our own best friends. So it might seem silly that I have my name above my head. But no one else is going to tell you the tough things as tough as you're going to tell yourself. No one else is going to tell you the glorious things as well as you're going to tell yourself. No one else is going to give you everything straight, exactly like you need to hear it, other than yourself. You're the one that's going to say, listen, you're starting to gain weight, or you need to get your ass in the gym, pardon my mouth, or stop worrying about what people are saying, or maybe you should try a different outfit or whatever. Or you need to do something before you break. Whatever your soul is telling you, listen to those voices. We have that devil and angel on our shoulder. They're trying to get you to explore and seek things that you need to explore and seek. I had a really funny, I call them downloads, but you can call it whatever you want, about my hat yesterday. And the word love and evil. Look at how similar the word love is to evil if you read it backwards. Evil instead of ill. So then I started thinking, ooh, there might be some fun camera mirror tricks where you could put this hat in with the mirror and get your angle just right, where on the reflection you're only seeing part of the O, so it looks like it says evil. Love is not evil, but it can feel evil when we're not quite in the right pattern yet, or when it's evading us or something like that. But anyways, I thought that was interesting. The word evil and love. All right, that's it for today. I'm just rambling. I'm good at that. So peace, love, happiness always. Heather here. Take care.